Here are the 5 best tours to do in the north of Ireland / Northern Ireland. Number 1 for me is the Black Cab tours. They'll give you a great insight into the Troubles, specifically based in Belfast. Now I've heard that there's also another one called Conflicting Stories or Conflicting Viewpoints, which will have a loyalist and Republican tour guide to give you both perspectives of each side of the city. I've never taken that one, but it does sound really interesting. But the Black Cab tours is great. You'll get to sit in the old style cars that are still used in England, or the UK, sorry, and Northern Ireland. And then you'll get insights into the conflict in Belfast and the broader, wider conflict across Northern Ireland from people who lived there during that period. So it's one of my favourites, and that's in Belfast City. Next on my list is the Game of Thrones tour. So that'll give you a tour of the studios where the show was filmed, bring you to sets, bring you to some of the real life castles that were used throughout the show, and it's a broader look across the area of Northern Ireland, north of Ireland. So you can see the Dark Hedges, the studios in County Down, I think, and the studios in Belfast. So it's a bit of a broader look across the area. Less history, more fun, a little more entertaining, especially if you have kids or you were really into the show when it was still good. Following this is the Giant's Causeway. I'm not actually sure if they do a specific tour, but you do have to pay at the entrance to something that existed for 60 million years, but you have to pay to see it, which didn't exist when I was younger, or at least you only had to pay for parking. But the Giant's Causeway, you would have seen it on all the tourist photographs. It's about 40,000 hexagonal columns that were formed by volcanic activity, but we also have our own mythological stories about its formation, about the giant Finn McCool. But that's in County Antrim, so it's about an hour's drive from Belfast, or an hour and a half from Derry, I think. But stunning, surreal place. I don't think there's anywhere else really like it in the world, and especially not in Ireland. Be up there with the Cliffs of Moher as a natural location to go and check out. So Northern Ireland, Giant's Causeway is in that number 3. Following this, we have number 4 in Derry City, and this is going to be kind of a two-parter. There's a couple of tours that you can do here that I find really good. The first one, very interesting, related to the Troubles, is the Bloody Sunday tour. This will usually be given by someone who's a family member of a victim of Bloody Sunday, or related in some way. They'll walk you through the marching grounds where a lot of the incidents happened, and where the soldiers opened fire on civilians that were marching that day. So that's a very good, interesting one. It gives you a deeper look into the Troubles in Derry. So you'd have one in Belfast and then another in Derry. And another one would be the Derry City Wall tour. So that gives it a look at the more ancient aspects of the city, how it was formed, why it has, on some signs and stuff, it has 6 silent letters at the start of it. But it'll give you insights into the city, its formation, the city walls and their importance, and the development of the area. So there are 2 different tours. You could do both of them in the same day, or you could just stick with one. And finally we have the Titanic Experience in Belfast City as well. So this is a very interactive and immersive museum that gives you a guide of the building of the Titanic, its impact on the local area and the culture in Belfast. And it's on the same shipyards where the Titanic was built. So very impressive, and a lot of money was pumped into developing this museum, and it's one of the best ones in the country, or countries. So there you have it, 5 tours to do in the north of Ireland / Northern Ireland.